shit. Everything has been forgotten because of cars. This giant building, this massive building, I guess it's a civic center now, has been essentially left behind to the dust of time, you know? Forgotten. Like my hat? I like my hat. So yeah, I'm here not downtown, but like right on the outskirts of downtown. It seems that there's no one really here. I'm surprised I was able to find parking. It's a little bit spooky, you know what I mean? It's really just, I mean, I guess this is all over the country, right? And all the highways are now built around it. I think that's the old bus station right there. There's still a bus station in here, but it's really dark and spooky in there, so I'm gonna take you in firsthand, the first-hand exclusive tour. Who do we got here in the chat? Who is that? Marathon Kev, what's up, Marathon Kev? We're a man on the landing right now. Going to the places that, I mean, quite frankly, I've lived here my whole life. I've never seen this. I mean, I've probably seen the building, but I've always driven over there in the highways, you know, I've gone right past it. And it's still hot as fuck, but you know, we're getting better. We're getting a little bit every day. Not even true. Some days are fine, and some days are like this, you know, so. Yes, sir. It's crazy, there's no, I mean, I don't know when they abandoned this place. I guess I could take a peek behind the curtain in the railroad. Think someone lives back here? This is very sad. I don't know if people live here still or if this is old or it's disgusting. I guess that's why these places go out, you know, they go out and vanish because they get so disgusting because people don't know. I mean, the general public doesn't know that this shit's here. No, it's not my MAGA hat, but you know, I had an idea for tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow's the No Kings thing, and I'm just preparing today, making sure that I get a lay of the land, so to speak. But I was going to do something to where I could do a swap, right? So $5 gets me to switch it from like Republican hat to Democrat hat. What is a Democrat hat, by the way? What hats do Democrats wear? No cameras in here either. There have been some campouts, yes sir. Yo, Marathon Kev. I wanted to ask you, how come your streams are always where I can't rewind them? It's like the worst thing ever. I mean, not the worst thing ever, obviously. There's been many worse things, but it's frustrating because whenever I want to know what context is, I can never rewind, you know? But no, my hat just says Modern Men Lost Again. But I was going to buy a few hats for tomorrow, you know? For the big day. But look at this giant empty parking lot, and this is all abandoned. I guess I could go down there, you know? Hey, there's another fellow traveler. As needed. Also recording the chest cam. Try not to get my hands in the camera. If I can avoid it, maybe this will be a good way to do that. This thing was huge. Like, why would they leave it behind? Catch Me When You Can edition. It's my shtick. Well, it's always like, I feel like 2 a.m. You know, as much of a night owl as I am, it's like, damn, dude. But you know, I feel like you're smarter than a lot of these people. No offense to those people, but even though you're definitely the kind of guy who I would not be. I feel like you would have kicked my ass in high school. What would I just... Oh my god, I've never gotten such a good view of this tower. It's like no cameras. This is so crazy. What's up, crazy mama? Yeah, this is an interesting IRL because I mean, I'm basically in an abandoned part of town, but it's massive. I mean, this is some homeless shelter, or not shelter, but a homeless encampment. Kev is a big ass teddy bear. You know what I'm saying though, right? Like there's the kind of people who, and it's not even because you're, what are you half black, full black, 3/4, quarter black? It's just there's a ton of white dudes that would talk, I guess, with the way that you talk, and then those are the ones who I've been this beta my whole life, you know? You can't escape the beta. We got a cop sighting. The cops definitely know that there's people back here. Yeah, the cops didn't even stop. That's the jail over there. I wonder what's on the top of these stairs. Besides the dark, well, that's fucking hot. Whew. Beautiful sky so far. Half black. Right, that's, you know, still 100% more black than me. You know, but yeah, man, I want to, you know, the thing is with these panels, right? The nature of panels. You'll hear me say a lot of rhetoric about one-on-ones, and it just gets kind of redundant. But for me, it's just, I don't feel like you really know somebody until you have a one-on-one with them. That's why debates are popular. It's because that dynamic makes the most sense. You know what I mean? The one-on-one dynamic is going to be the way that you're going to get the most out of any interaction, whether it's in business, you know, obviously a relationship. There's a ton of things, you know? I can't really see the chat. I'm sorry. I'm trying. It's bright as shit out here. But yeah, I've never gotten a view like this before in my life. I've lived here 21 out of the 28 years I've been alive. I've never seen that reunion tower so clear. I'm definitely not beta. All right, well, you heard it here first, folks, you know? The thing is, with that word, it's just, I find power in just like letting things like that roll off my back. So the more I embrace it, the more I feel like the less power it has over me. Does that make sense, you know? Because in my own mind, I can understand myself much better than these other people, but it's the best way to not get, and sometimes it's better than others. Like it'll be a better look. Like yesterday on that one guy, the Rob Noor, man, I was tired and I didn't really have it in me to, I don't even know what he agrees on or disagrees on. So when I had the background with him as the Pillsbury Doughboy, I was like shit out of luck. Would be a great way to do the oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch this around so it's like on my back, so I can not be in front of it, you know, not be You think it looks nice? Why does it look nice? All right. Now that's the move right there. Now it's recording on my back. All right, so that makes things a lot easier. You think it looks so nice? is fucking big, dude. There's a lot of people here. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people see my humor either, you know. It's weird, man. I've been told, and if it's really loud, I apologize. It's just, I mean, thousands of cars, literally thousands and thousands. So over that way, that's gonna be Waco. I might do a Waco trip. It's like the cheapest place to go, right? I might cross the street actually here. But yeah, so Waco is like an hour away. You see all this industrial bullshit. Are you talking about Bex? By Killeen. That sounds familiar. It sounds about right. Where are you at, Kev? Are you in Texas? Sorry about all the spinning. I'm just trying to, because later on, I have this software, or I guess it's not software, it's like an extension. It's pretty popular. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. It's called vidIQ. And essentially what that does is it like does everything for you in a good way though. It doesn't seem like AI slop, to where a lot of like thumbnails that are made with AI just look shitty, and a lot of AI stuff looks shitty. I believe there's a little bit of effort that needs to go into it, even if it is effortless, if that makes sense. But I think that there's some important tools that I use a lot in that site, or that extension, where it just will default. If I plug this into it, this stream, it'll come up with like a nice little, I don't know what you call it, like a compilation, like a jump cut, best shot. I mean, a lot of software does that nowadays, but you know, I'm still experimenting with this shit. It feels good to be in the real world. I live for the fall and the winter. I've always been that way. I've always avoided the heat. I mean, it's October and it's still in the 90s. It's ridiculous here. Oregon is gorgeous. Actually, there's a funny story about Oregon. When I first went there, I was 17 and I got to pick like for, my family, everyone, all the kids got their choice of vacation destination for their final year of high school. It was usually contingent upon whether or not you completed high school, which I didn't. I got my GED, but I still got the fortune of going to Oregon. And my initial impression was like anger. I was mad because my mom, like I told her, why would you make me live in somewhere so ugly? Because this might not be the most, this is an interesting part of town, but overall, I mean, it's about as good as it gets, and it's like deep in the city, so, and it's all abandoned. So this is cool for me in a way that's very different than the way Colorado's cool and the way Oregon's cool, and that's obvious, everyone knows that. But even Austin, you know, Austin's like combines this with the nature sort of dynamic that you see in some southern states. That's much more beautiful than this. There's really no bodies of water around here like at all. Not even, I mean, there's like a lake or two, but they're dirty and they're far. It's not a good place for swimming. It's fucking hot as shit, dude. I mean, it's like 90. I don't know, I'm like kind of about to try. I need to get some shade here. We got the homeless family down there. Yeah, I love Oregon. Oregon's one of my favorite places. Nah, but I mobilized at Fort Hood before Iraq, so I spent about 4 months in the area. From Portland, resides in Minnesota now. Minnesota's like the coldest place on Earth, right? I do believe so myself. Okay, I can see the chat now. Funny that would happen a day after she freaked out at him at OTWs from the live chat. Who? What? So yeah, I know this isn't the most entertaining. I'm still trying to figure this out because if I can make this work, and by this I mean just exploring places, there's definitely a niche for forgotten places, abandoned places, whether it's stuff like this or malls or whatever, because of the digital age that we live in. Yeah, well, isn't that the Great Lakes? No, that's Michigan. So, I mean, look, this city was voted the worst city for outdoor activities by some big nature magazine. I think it's actually just called Nature magazine. It was voted like the worst. They did like the top 100. There's some list. I don't remember how many they picked to rank, but this was the number one worst for outdoor activities was Dallas, and that's why you see this. There's nothing here. It's just like a forgotten. It's the definition of suburbia, you know, to where everything all of these people. There's millions of people on the highway, and the reason that they're all there is because they're going to stuff where their lives actually exist in the suburbs. I was watching the last 30 minutes of Talcott yesterday after taking a few days off since I checked in on him, and man, it was just kind of concerning. I mean, I might be a bit odd. I might be a bit eccentric and awkward, but I mean, that dude just has a look in his eyes. It just kind of freaks me out. It's crazy to me how the transportation hubs, the bus stations and such, become a total wasteland where only the worst of the worst people come and go from. You know, there's no real stand-up citizens taking the bus in Dallas. By stand-up citizens, I mean wealthy. I don't know why I use that phrase. I guess they would not be stand-up citizens, they would be sit-down citizens. I hear a cat. There's a cat somewhere in here. Yeah, it does feel very Detroitish. Like I said, I'm really excited because this is something that I didn't really know was here. And you know, I'm trying out a few things. Like I said, the camera's on my back. Hopefully I get some good shots. This chesty, I'll go ahead and take that sponsorship. So these 16 people watching me right now can get I wonder what that used to be. It's great exercise, y'all, I'll tell you that. I don't have a destination, but that's, you know, that's okay. I mean, I was really starting to feel like shit being on my ass so many hours a day. Like, almost as if it was a contest to see who could be on their ass the longest. And I mean, it's like there's few options here. I mean, I could go swimming, right? But swimming is very minimal exercise, and like I said, there's only pools here. There's not really any lakes or bodies of water. Would you get better shots if the chesty cam was horizontal? This is not the chesty cam. The chesty cam is on my back. Oh, but you mean vertical? I could do that. But yeah, it's horizontal right now. I don't even know where this goes. Was this a sidewalk at some point? Oh, dude, mega abandoned. Wow. Here's what I need, y'all. I need like a good narrator. I hit up Kazoom because I know that's what he does. He's got like a good voice and everything. I don't know too much else about him, but Alpero told me I should reach out to him, and I did. But I was gonna say something. I'm running out of So yeah, there's a few things that I'm trying to figure out, right? I need like a narrator for this kind of project where I'm doing I want it to be kind of like a deep dive into cities, starting with this one. What happened to Dallas? Why did we move away from the way the cities used to be? You know, what was it like then? What's it like now? Why is it like this? And then if it's successful, I just don't have a good narration voice. I mean, I'm quite the opposite. Especially when I'm out of breath. The bus, well, that's where the interesting stuff is going to happen, right? Is at the bus stop, because that's where the people are going to be. I think we found someone's house over there. Well, I found one. Yeah, there's not that many. I mean, they must be clearing them out somehow. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Well, there's one guy right there. Another guy right there. So there's actually two souls inside. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just the people who we have this community with. It's everyone. Everyone is not outside. I mean, I know there's places that are actually good to be outside, but nobody's. I don't know. A lot of people are inside. Is the point I'm making. I was talking to Mitch about this yesterday about because there's a huge market for, and I think a lot of it's very cringe. The homeless support content. Where people, they give money. I hate the ones, they always use that song. But there's got to be a way to do it that's not cringe, because that's value for value, right? I believe. I enjoy nature and try to go on my hikes a lot. Yeah, well, I definitely haven't been doing that enough. Well, at all. This is the closest thing I can get to a hike. You know what I mean? Got a touristy family over here. They're not going to be very pleased with what they stumble across. All right, where's my grifter when I need him? I got to break even today. So what can I do? What's some things I could think of to provide value here? Could never do it just with no real. Can't just say, give me money, I deserve it for walking. Of course not. This is where I'm in the brainstorming phase. Yesterday we got the yelling at strangers was the winner for the grift of the day, and I mean that's whatever people like. Oh crap! I know where I'm at. How do I always end up in the same area, no matter where I start from? Yeah, I love trying to find a really good nature trail. Yeah, we needed LandZ here. Where's that guy without legs? I gotta get that guy some money. That's abandoned too. I'm thirsty, I could drink that water. I was gonna bring some water, but I didn't because it's like more hands. Hey, Kevin with the $9.99. We broke even, folks. Woo! What I'm talking about. Man, I think I said this yesterday, but I kind of want to make memberships $1 and only $1, because I don't know what it is. It drives me nuts because nobody wants to gift memberships if it's going to be more than $1. Like you give 10 memberships, it feels good because it's $1. And it's like 10 different people, even though it also exposes the haters, because it's not going to give them to some rando who never shows up. It's going to show you who's hating. So the Dallas Morning News was connected to that convention center that's now I guess this is where it all started, right? There's a news station, the paper company, not paper company, you know what I mean, the newspaper, printing. Oh, you know what, so I'm doing after this, y'all? I'm going to get my printed, I got 250 business cards printed at a business that is associated with my family's business, but it's, the family business is not a physical location. It's a broker business. That which is, welcome to Modern Men, welcome back to Modern Men, it should be. We're super happy to have you back. There's somebody in the swimsuit up there, so I guess that's some kind of hotel. Wish I was with her. Got some joggers coming up. Yeah, it's a good way to see. Because that's one thing, Kev, I don't ever go in the bushes, man. I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? I really don't. If I'm there, I'm there, like I'm not, or if I'm driving, that's one thing. Like that's what a lot of people do, is they listen to it while they work, while they drive. Not me, just podcasts in general. So that's one thing, but it's another thing to be just like chronically lurking and just waiting for something to use against someone. I hate that shit. Because I shouldn't be scared, but I just feel like people are so creative that they'll always find some sort of way, especially whenever it's a panel and you can't control what people say sometimes. It's like I'm nobody. See, unlike Paul, I'm nobody's daddy. I'm one person's daddy, but it's like that's the biological sense, and that's where, the word even loses meaning in that sense, to where I don't even know if I want her to call me that, because the word's been ruined by Paul. She should call me. I'll have her call me by my first name. Well, Kev, I'm glad you agree. Hopefully I can get back to where I was. I don't really know. I'm definitely getting sunburned, This is the first time I've worn a hat in many years. That's why I don't even know how to wear it. It's the cheapest one I could possibly get. I don't think people could even see it from there because I'm a little bit taller. And I believe that it's probably, it's on the back too. But I got a few hats. My intention is to be able to, tomorrow, I think it's a good way to grift, right? Because there's going to be big, crazy No Kings protest. Anyone else who's out there, there's like 2,000 of these things. So you should see if your city has one. regardless of whether or not you're political. If you're not political, it's even better, because that way you're a neutral party, right? Even though nobody believes in neutral parties anymore. I know it costs $3.99 to gift a membership. That's what I'm saying. My intention is to just like, here's what I have to do though, right? So I'm going to put out a PSA tonight, because it's the reason why I've been putting it off. When you cancel, or when you change a membership that's the default gifted one, which for me is $4 right now, but when you cancel it, it makes it to where all the people who bought it that month, it goes away, and then they get a refund. So you lose out on whoever. So I'm gonna have to like bite the bullet there and just say fuck it, because I mean, I don't know. I don't like putting things behind a paywall. If I do, I would like it to be $1. I would rather accumulate more members than have, you know, even if they don't want to be here. It's like I said, it's a fun way to scope people out who are hiding. This is so interesting. One way. Who is that talking to? Father Landry. I like that. Well, Father's like kind of... I'm surprised that people haven't gone with the bit of saying, you know, Paul's the daddy and then Jack is the father, because he's doing that archetype. But yeah, I'll fix it tonight. I'll fix it. I'm gonna have to, you know, even including you, that which is you'll probably get a refund, and then so I'll encourage people next time I go live to bring themselves back for $1. It's a low barrier to entry. It's essentially $0 to me. Realistically, it's like what, 35 cents or something. I don't know about the cuts. I think YouTube is like 30, and then there's another one. It's like taxes or whatever. You say that, Ligmile, but I mean, my point is that I would rather just... Here's the thing. I believe that people will be more likely to super chat, right? The whole membership thing, it's not as beneficial as it might seem. It's... Okay, what do y'all think? Do I go deeper into the trenches, or do I turn back and go to the car? This is where I'll grift, right? If I should go deeper into this wild place, I should not do it for free. Because I'm thirsty and I want to retreat. But I can do it for the people. For the income. Where's the Dusty song? Oh my god, I actually have my speaker, dude. Why haven't I been doing that? I gotta get some tunes going. Oh, go deeper, says Lingmal. Look at that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. People, when you get out, that's what it's very encouraging. I'll tell y'all this, because every time I leave the house, even though I had no idea I still don't even know what I'm doing. I don't think I'm doing anything. But it seems as though people respond to the lack of chair sitting, right? The sitting down in the chair is going to bring people very little, I don't know, but it's awesome. It encourages me. The first time I ever did a walk where I just was on the local trail, I think Pero and somebody else threw me $5, and I was like, wow, y'all just want to see my fat ass get up, even though I'm not. I'll always be fat in spirit. When you're fat your whole life, you never really get used to being skinny, because it's funny, because when people call you weak, or that you're not, you know, buff, it's still a compliment whenever you have the eternal, you're like, fuck yeah, call me skinny again, dude. Hell yeah, tell me I have tiny arms. Because it's very, all my life, you know, it's just, oh, look at this big ass dude. Oh, it's the big guy. It's the big boy. Andy, you're very appreciated. So essentially, I guess this is like the closest thing that we have to this, you know, what would you call it? The what do they call that thing that's underground in Chicago? Subway. But it's like beyond. I mean, that's I'm sure trashy too, but this is way worse. I've been to Chicago, right? Chicago is pretty badass. You can get places real quick there with all the different transportation options they have. I think there's like a water machine over here. Got $19.99. It's not a bad start. That's what I'm trying to say, people. I'm willing to do. So where does it put us as far as the Austin fund goes? Because I think we were at 130 before I loaded it up, so it'd be like 150, 155. I keep rounding up. Like if there's a dollar that doesn't let it be even, I try to round it up. So I'll stick with this one being a little bit rounded down. So we'll say 150. So we're $50 until we get to the Austin goal. Watching this had me like, fuck it, let me hop on the elliptical while I watch. That's funny. Well, that's good, man. It's like, that's the thing, you know, where a lot of people, when I might be coming at OTW like sideways, to where I'm calling them like bitch and I'm saying names like, but y'all, if y'all been following me for a minute, it's probably clear that I didn't start off that way. I very much was resistant to the ad homs because I don't believe it's a good way to engage. But what people fail to realize is that now that I'm there, it's just because I think it's true. I think he's kind of deserving his, and it's not permanent, but as long as he continues to be like, it just, for me, if he's interested enough to where he's going to react, whatever that means, you know, play my stream and not respond to it, maybe he thinks that's like a sweet dig. Good for him. But, shit, what was the point I was making? So I'm just getting so thirsty now. I got to get some water. Oh yeah, but if he's going to talk about me every time I talk about him, it's like, why aren't we just communicating? Like, why would we not have the one-on-one? I believe people would want to see it, right? A lot of people here are, you know, and I'm not saying that because I'm anything special. It's just because it's conflict resolution. A lot of these chronic chatters have their opinions, and they're more than welcome to those things, but essentially it boils down to a club. And just like the Masons, you know, I think the Masons do a lot of good things, but it's like, I'm not a very clubby guy. I don't really like the whole club dynamic. I think it's kind of foolish to assume that everyone who's in a group should feel the same way about each other rather than just, you know, having their own unique perspective. And like, I like this guy, and it's kind of like when you work, that's why workplaces are so good for really seeing who you vibe with, because even if nobody there is your real true friend, you're going to talk to people who you appreciate way more than the other ones that you don't. Yeah, like, man, I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute, so it's good to see you. I'll be honest with you, man. Believe me, I appreciate the money and everything, but I'm about out of the. I mean, I was there so 2 days ago I was down there at the cemetery, and I got a lot of that on video. I wasn't live, but I got that on video. I did that road twice yesterday, up and down, on the scooter, and that way I was there earlier today. I took some video offline, so I've basically been everywhere today. So I'm running out of places to go in Dallas already. So, I mean, I can hit up an abandoned mall, right? I can hit up an abandoned mall, go live there, and then drink some water. I can't get over it. This is so sad. There should be like a soda machine or something. I'm willing to drop $5 on it if I have to. I didn't bring the water bottle, like I said, because it would be way too much to carry. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the car then. This is definitely, I've done more than a mile. I don't know, maybe a mile, I don't know. It's hard for me to gauge. But it's been crazy fun, honestly, and I hope I can use this footage. I've had, but yeah, if I can get somebody to help me narrate something, I don't know. That's where I need to like pivot again. because I this whole panelverse thing was a pivot. It was a successful pivot in that I went from having really nothing going on to with a dead channel to a semi not dead channel, and some sort of thing. You know, if I go live, there's likely going to be 1 or 2 people at least who will show up and say something. Even some people who will contribute some money. Even though I don't tell y'all that I have all the truth and that you have to come to me to get your daily dose of truth, and you know what I mean? Like I was told that that's the only way to make it in this place is to be withholding some sort of vague truth over people's heads. Lone Wolf, I'm not with the clicks either. There's a lot of mob mentality on the YouTube streets. Yeah, man, and if you see it, then that makes me respect you a hell of a lot more, because that's where I can't get over it, because I mean, I can get over the fact that it's happening, but I can't get over it when nobody else is willing to even recognize it. It drives me insane. You know, especially the biggest moment for me where I really felt the clear evidence was presented was when me and OTW worked on a stream where we were just working together productively on it's that AI song, and he was so stoked about it. I mean, that was like one of the happiest I've ever seen him. You know, he's just getting giddy about his little dragon interest, and he enjoyed the song. Like, I mean, so much so he uses it in his intro every day, and the idea was to combine the things in my AI music with the things in his, and it was just a cool moment of like, hey, that was me putting the shit aside too, because we never had our back and forth. We never had the resolution like when we had our first disagreement, because he didn't want to do it then. And I mean, I said, fine, that's cool. I'm willing to put it behind us and then just, be on good terms and then do something better. But all the people, my point is here, is that all the people who would be, I guess I don't want to call it sides, because I don't want this to be a side. I want y'all to know that y'all can watch OTW. Oh, fuck, I still watch them. You know what I mean? I really don't even watch Jack or Paul. But I do. I don't know what it is. I don't even watch Flow State. Like, even though I'm welcome there, it's just one of those things to where I just do what I feel like doing. And in the morning, OTW's usually live, and that's the thing where I'm never going to pretend to be like a true hater. Like, oh, I hate everything he does. His show sucks. Everything is horrible. I'd rather just be like honest. But sorry, I'm getting way off track. My point is that the people who are here now, a lot of people like that, which is David Wayne, Christos, maybe Ligmail, I don't really remember, but a few others were like, hey, this is cool, this is great seeing y'all, work out some resolution. And then I was like, yeah, I agree. And then all the people who were on OTW's stream, like the Zebras and all those people who are just very much on the club mindset, were like, this is an outrage. They even had to start up their own stream to say this is an outrage. How dare they do something that's not fighting? Because they're proud of their club. They want it to be exclusive, and they don't want me in it. And quite frankly, I don't want to be in it. I just want to be able to be, hey, I like that guy, let's do something. Hey, I don't like that guy, let's not do something. Yeah, I know. I do laugh at it. But that's another thing that they can't comprehend, right? It's like the humor of it all. These fucking motorcycle people are so awful. Cannot even handle it. Sunrock says hi. Kept coming around these parts. He's a celebrity in these streets. Yeah, he looks like one. I mean, when I first saw him pop up on a stream, I was like, oh man, this guy's got to have like 100K subs. Look at this guy. Look at that hat. Ain't nobody with a hat like that has less than 100K subs. Ain't nobody with that confidence. He's like Joe Cool, only younger and slicker, and less of the I'm too dehydrated to do it right now. Alright, well, we're at $20. Don't trust him with your girl though, he's too smooth. That's one thing I've also never had to worry about, right? Is because, the people who worry the most about where their girl's going and what their girl's doing, who their girl's talking to, those are the ones who are the most insecure, right? The ones who worry the least about it either are total fools because there's something they should be worried about, or They're the ones who know what's up, and they don't need to worry, because that's why they picked her, right? So that they would be, especially if it's the mother, which you don't see that very much these days. You see a lot of, you can't even call it ex anymore. It's a baby mama. It's like, were y'all ever married? Nah, man, it's just my baby mama. I got 3 of them. Damn. How'd you do that? You must have really just not been very selective. If Resto watching, he gonna be all jealous. Jealous of who? Of you? Of me? Of us? That's another thing that's hilarious in this space, right? Is the jealousy. Like, what the fuck are we jealous of other grown men on the internet for? I felt that a lot with the zebra, which I'm trying not to say too much about him, because it's been a nice sort of quiet break from that flavor of the chaos. Oh man, a cupcake sounds good right now, dude. Sometimes I get like a serious craving for something sweet, but I have to be so careful with it, because it can wreck me so bad. So even today, I don't know the last time I did it, but I went and I got, look at my stupid ass hat. I don't even know how to wear a hat. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have the MAGA hat. I don't know what a Democrat hat would look like. Maybe just a No Kings hat. I don't know if I actually want to wear one of those though, because I really don't want to be like, I don't want to be in any photos with that shit on. I can pretend to be, left or right, but I just don't want to be associated with that clearly not grassroots group, right? Anybody can tell that's just not grassroots. I did put in work, dude. This is a long ass walk. I don't know what Snafu's status is. He posted like a post, not a video, but he posted some sort of post recently. So, all right, this is where we were. We went all the way over there on that bridge and that one and up and down and around, and I got all the footage on my back right now. So, oh wait, also look, check it out, guys. Legs. I got them. I got the fucking legs. Ain't that something? Snafu has fans. What's this building? This building is like the DART. Like, I guess it was the original DART station. This is like the oldest part of town. So, when they first established it. It's abandoned now, right? So it's like totally vacant, homeless people, homeless garbage everywhere. But I'd never been in there before, so I was kind of exploring it. There's no one really. There's no normal people like me, which I'm not normal. But people who are not homeless, roofless, aren't usually going to be in this place for any reason. That's why the motorcycle guys were there. They kept going back and forth, because you can just do a U-turn in the middle of the road here. This isn't an area that cops give a shit. It's like basically the lawless land over here. Legs confirmed, yep. My shoes, my dorky sneakers. What are we at? We're at a little less than an hour. That felt like longer than an hour, but it's all good. I'm fucking thirsty. I got some tea, my water bottle, like $20. It's not horrible. I mean, I was planning on doing it for free. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna just give me a second. I'll stay live, but I'm gonna drink my balls off in water real quick. Did I miss anything good on OTW? Besides him silently reacting to my clip and then, saying that I'm going to expose myself while he refuses to even speak. And I hear him in the past. I'll take some more money for Us What I Am. You want a bald spot? Someone take a screenshot. All the hate watchers, take a screenshot of my thinning hair and my bald spot and make some sort of, what do they call it? Like a little nugget to use against me one day. Oh wow, Landry said I'm a fucking loser liar. Let's just pull up that picture of that bald spot. I bet he doesn't know we have that. Trying to act like that was like a breeze, but it was not easy. And tomorrow I think it'll be a little bit cooler. Tomorrow's early again. It's like 12. I got to be at the protest. We got some messages in here coming blocked. Oh, it's from El Diablo. Oh, it's the word dick is being hidden. I need to make someone here a moderator. Jess Becksberg. So she went on panel to Spurg. What is what? What is this place I've been? It's just the forgotten lands of Dallas. Well, that's not very fun. That's my point, though, right? I mean, okay, and I keep asking this. I've asked it several times, but I don't usually get an answer. Can somebody let me know, like, is it... And I'm not saying this to, like, say that it's not, that I'm not going to accept going our separate ways, because that's fine. That's what I'm doing right now. I mean, obviously, this is something different, and I'm doing it regardless of who is or is not on good terms with me. But I'm curious, do the fans, do the people, the overlap in the panel space, right? Because we obviously have very similar viewers, same people, at least a lot of them. Is it not what they want to see? Do they not want to see me and him hash it out, work it out, or at least have like an argument? I believe that is what the people want. But he thinks I'm just going to use his spurging against him because, I mean, I might, but I mean, I wouldn't do it. Just, that's not why I want to do it. It's not why I want to have the interaction. I also like being outside because it makes me feel like more talkative than when I'm at home. Bex has me blocked. Yeah, Bex has had me blocked for a long time. That's why if you hear the Bex song, which I think maybe you can play it right now. I could play it, but I don't know where to find it. Give the kingdom key so we can walk on watermelons and bring that purple. But what's the point of that right now? Like, is there like any reason like to even, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, I'm not trying to seek out, regardless of if it might be something that I get a laugh in the moment, I'm not gonna seek it out. It's like, that's where you just get redundant. You're poor now and you gave me $10? Fuck. My bad, dude. Money, money, money. Dummy, dummy, dummy. We were up there. Alright, y'all. $, Modern Men Lost Again. We're almost at the hour mark. I want to do a solid 1 hour and then I think I got a fucking cold shower. Why is Dallas a ghost town? It's just because of the suburbs. You feel me? Hey Steven, if you want the keys back, you know how much they cost? It's the exclusive price that you created. Alright, I'll see y'all later tonight.